Alright, the world seems determined not to let me out for a walk this weekend. I was waiting for a delivery yesterday, waiting for one of these. That's the air idle valve off of my Volvo. I keep making, it dawned on me this week, I keep making the same mistake every year when I have my MOT. I'll get out the old carburettor cleaner and start cleaning out all of the fuel system and the breather system and the air intake, and I always take the air idle valve off and give it a good squirt out and give it a shake and a rinse and empty it all out again. And every year after I've done that, about a week after, it fails and I have to buy another one. And I just twigged when it did it to me this week. I just cleaned it all out for the MOT, for the emissions, and it failed. This is the old one that it happened to last year. So I was waiting for one to be delivered yesterday and it never came. It's going to be Monday now at least. So, well, you know, I'm not getting out for a walk until the car's back on the road basically. I'm going to borrow the little Super Mario Kart later just to go up the allotment and feed the chickens. So I spent my time doing the Tramontina. Where is it? There we are. Much more like it, much more usable. I've completely reshaped the handle to suit my hand. It's got, you know, little, are they choils for my fingers and a bit of a palm swell in the middle. I've slimmed the whole thing down a little bit. It fits really nicely now. I wouldn't have wanted to have swung that and used it with the handle that it had. It would have flown straight out of my hand and injured me or a chicken or something, you know. That's a perfect fit now. That's a really nice tight grip. And as you can see, I sharpened it as well. Really good and sharp now. I forgot rule number 1. Mod the handle, then sharpen the blade, not the other way round. I find with the Dremel that for taking out the real meat of it, these little sabre tooth bits are absolutely great. They're sort of about, I think they're about 15 quid each. They're not the cheapest, but they really do make light work when you're taking out the big chunks. Excellent little tools they are. Far better than the standard wood carving ones that you get with a Dremel. You know, this kind of thing. That kind of thing there. They don't last very long and they take forever to cut anything. It's well worth investing in a few of those. Once I'd shaped it, I put a good heavy layer of wax on it, and then I just went over it with a blowtorch, which melted all the wax in, so it's not slippery at all. It's all just soaked into the wood, and it's darkened the wood nicely, and just like, you know, sort of burnished it a little bit here and there. Looks quite good. It's great that these actually come with enough meat on the handle. I mean, it did seem a bit ridiculously oversized, but I think half the intention might be on the manufacturer's part that you do just shape it to your own hand and make it nice and comfortable. If they supplied it too neatly shaped anyway and you needed to change it, you'd struggle. The handle reminds me a bit of what you get on the British Army survival knife. I think it's the MOD4. Just a great big primitive looking lump of wood that then you can tailor to your own needs. I've got this one as well, which is a much thicker blade. Ooh, that's got a real hefty blade on it, but it weighs a ton. It's the Anglo Arms Bolo. It's really just for the collection. It's too heavy for me to use. It's too thick. The weight's right at the end, and it's a bit too long. You know, I get trouble with my fingers and my wrists as well as everywhere else. Using this, unless actually if I was chopping branches against a stump or something, it would be fine, but swinging it and stopping it under my own wrist power is pretty much impossible with this one. Whereas the little Tramontina, it's a little bit like the opener of machetes. It's very thin and slicey. When I was sharpening it, it is actually reasonably hard carbon steel, whereas an open L knife is very easy to sharpen because it's actually relatively soft. This took some doing. It's quite hard for carbon steel. I've oiled it, ready to put it away so that it doesn't rust. I don't know what I was thinking spraying that full of carb cleaner, acetone basically. It's got a little stepper motor in it. It's probably only got little plastic gears running the little stepper motor, and that stuff's just going to melt them probably. Oh well, I'll chalk that one down to experience. Right, I've dug out the crossbow backstop target. I'm going to go and get my Tomcat 2, and I'm going to make a second entry, film a second entry for Mike's annual shooting contest, because everybody's been entering with rifles so far and pistols. He wants to play with his crossbow, so I'll give him a chance to whoop me because I'm not that good with a crossbow. So I'm going to film that next, and I'll catch you all later. See you later.